My brother called him, and he called me. I'm at the house. He says, James, you all right? And I told him, and he said, where are you? I said, at home, which was 8:30 later.
Yeah.
20 minutes later, Ricky was knocking on the door.
For real?
Ricky came to the house. He was knocking on the door. And, told him what was going on and everything. And I said, we got to have a place to have a service. He said, put IBOC on the program.
Yo.
Okay, I heard that Big Mama had asked Pastor Gant.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, and they wanted to charge. Yeah.
And then after that, that's why she left True Way, because she was like,
they wanted to charge. They didn't know how much to charge, and they knew it was going to be a big event, and we were going to have to do all of that. In other words, True Way was trying to get some new equipment. They needed some new equipment. They wanted me to pay for it.
Type shit, yeah.
And then the crazy thing
about
it is that I used to go to Big Mama Church, Big Mama
every Sunday. I know it.
I used to hand in her money.
She was big tipping, right?
It was $105 every 2 weeks.
Wow.
And I'm like, and I'm talking about for years.
Yeah.
Because
that could have been so much money.
To where you can donate in increments. You can do a $5 donation, a $25 donation, $75 donation.
That sounds like a subscription plan. He bullshit.
It was.
Wow.
And you had the regular offering play, but the tithes were those set. Big Mom was always the highest one.
And then we used to go to church after you got here, and Gant used to try to get me to join his church.
But Big Mama said after that,
she just started. Yeah, it was time to go, and she finally came over to Outback.
So, Daddy, you was at Outback first?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't even a member of Outback.
Yeah, because how did Outback happen?
Okay, let me tell you something about Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky was a school teacher at Skyline.
Okay, yeah.
That's how me and Ricky met.
Okay.
I went to Skyline half a day. I had a cluster.
Yeah.
John had a cluster. John and his girlfriend, Ricky had a choir.
Okay, yeah.
Ricky had a famous choir.
Yeah.
You know, like these other coming up people. And Ricky did a lot of singing in Fort Worth. And his choir would go to Fort Worth and Austin and Houston and all of that.
Yeah.
And the church he had was a little bitty hole-in-the-wall church.
Yeah.
John and his girlfriend used to go to Patrick's church.
Okay.
And that's how they became close, and that's how Ricky became known with John and through his girlfriend.
Okay.
So when the story broke on what happened, it made the news and everything. The story broke everything.
Yeah.
Okay. John called Ricky. And when Ricky talked to John, Ricky asked for my number, and he called me to see was I all right.
Yeah.
And that's how all of this, like I said, people start coming out of the woodworks.
Yeah.
You know, because of the tragedy, but because what they could either feed off the tragedy,
right,
or what they could contribute.
Right. It's either one. Yeah.
It was big. You got to remember how big this story was.
Yeah, Jay, wasn't it called the murder at the Red Mansion or something? Like, what was it?
That's what people in the hood was calling it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Red Mansion. Okay.
And see, stuff was coming out of the skeleton.
Yeah.
Because after he was killed, after Lewis was killed, people were scared of Lewis. Lewis had a lot of people scared.
Yeah.
And when they found out he was dead, they started telling all his secrets.
Type shit. Okay.
His girlfriends, his other children, and blah, blah, blah. Shell introduced me to her brother once.
Yeah.
And Shell only seen him a couple of times at a Mavericks game.
Yo, okay.
He never did come out. Now, her sister, Shell got 2 half sisters.
She got 2?
2.
I only thought it was one, the one we met at Grandma Vanny's funeral. Lisa.
One had something to do with me, the other one wouldn't because I killed their daddy.
Type shit, they said. And they are, yeah. Yeah, okay.
And they were scared for me to go around the one that wanted to have something to do with me because they thought she was just being nice to me to get close to me to kill me.
Type shit.
You understand?
Yeah.
I never met Lewis's son but I never met him.
Yeah.
And since I didn't know what he looked like, he could have came up to me at Walmart and blew my head off, and I never would, because I never knew what he looked like.
Yeah.
I don't have no pictures of him. Nobody seemed to have any pictures of him.
Yeah.
He ain't never came forward, you know, for this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And, you know, one day I'm gonna start trying to look into this and see if I can. As far as I know, his son is still alive.
Yeah.
The girls are still alive. You know,
Okay.
it's just a little bit on what they doing. See, TV holds the key to some of this.
Yeah.
Because she knows about all of it, because she ain't had no choice. She lived the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But because Lewis used to bring the other 2 girls over to the house.
Are you serious for real?
Yeah, all of that. Dinner,
What?
Christmas, they would come over and get the Christmas gifts and all of that kind of, and then watch TV and our mama go and work up there at the chicken shit.
What?
Lewis was evil like you wouldn't portray.
It's like I always learn something new about him, and it's always something fucked up. Like Grandma Vandy, the only person that used to try to like
Paint him in a...
yeah, he used to be the one to go hunt and get the firewood and get the food and blah 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 shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's weird. It's just really weird. It's you know, you gotta be real. Who would have thought that I would still be part of this family doing stuff with that part of work when I had a chance to take you and walk away?
Yeah.
I was supposed to take you and move to California.
For real?
Yep.
God, on some start over type shit.
Yep. And I couldn't stay here.
Yeah.
I had people threatening me on Lewis' side of the family.
Who?
Oh, you wouldn't believe.
Because it was evident that he was abusing Mama T. So what they tripping
don't
off
care.
of? Like you cut off their money.
I cut
Okay.
off their money tree.
Yeah.
And the way the statistics, science back then said, and you seen how big he was. 6'4",
300 something.
300 pounds,
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
And then how little I was back in the day.
Yeah.
I wasn't much more bigger than you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and they couldn't understand how me and him fought, and Lewis was the one that ended up dead instead of me.
Yeah.
And so they thought I had somebody hiding in the closet, and we held him down and shot him. That's what they thought.
Yeah.
They couldn't prove it, but that was the theory. It had to be somebody else hiding that had him down, and then they left before the cops got here, so nobody's gonna believe that. They retract what I did.
Yeah.
They retract my history from the time of the shooting. They went back 48 hours, and they said, it's nowhere in hell I should have had the energy, the stamina, the
adrenaline to do that, though.
To do all that.
Yeah.
That was nobody but God, because physically,
Right.
scientifically,
Right.
that wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
That day was supposed to turn out totally different.
Yeah.
He was supposed to got what he put in that suicide letter, and I was supposed to die the way that suicide letter read.
Yeah.
Till it got to the point, till it got to, you know, going out to the hospital.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing about it, though. Even if, let's say, it would have worked out like that, if he still would have killed himself, they still would have lost their money tree. So what are they like? Who? Like, was it like?
That ain't.
Is it people on Grandma Vanny's side that like I don't know them or like?
Nah, all it was just the way that it was. You have to remember. See, things is different today than it was then.
Yeah.
Some things just didn't make sense, and everybody didn't know how to tell the truth.
Yeah.
You start a rumor, and you can ride on that rumor, and you can make that rumor go any way you want it to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
The sky is blue. I can tell you right now, the sky is red. And before I get the dollars, I'll have you believing the sky is red.
Type shit. That's a different shade of red type shit. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how that comes. So you have to be careful.
Yeah.
You know, I tell y'all, don't do anything for me. Do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do it for yourself, what you doing it for?
Right.
It's just, you just don't. It's some things you can explain, some things you can't.
Yeah.
I can't explain that day. I lived that day.
Yeah.
I cannot explain that day. Presbyterian said, if it wasn't for you, And I didn't even take that recognition. If they talk about
Yeah.
it wasn't for me, what you mean it wasn't? They call me a hero.
Yeah.
They call me a hero, and my wife is dead.
Type
Look at all the
shit.
lives you saved that day. Huh?
Type shit. Yeah.
That didn't mean nothing to me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Not a damn thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's just it. So, hey.
Do you still have the VHS tapes of the wedding, the funeral, and
I got all of that. That's why
the audio of you, the testimony that I bought? I need that.
Oh, that day when Ricky set us down.
Nah, it's an audio. It's a recording of you.
Yeah.
Giving a testimony, like telling the whole story. Yeah.
And that was the day Ricky cried.
Yo.
Ricky sit down at my feet and cried like a baby.
Yeah, because he understood the severity. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He made me. You and I did something at the school.
Yeah.
We had to go by Ricky's office for something.
Okay.
And I talked to him, and it was Friday night's men's meeting.
Yeah.
And Ricky said, okay, for the, because he would have a little special, little things program. I don't know if you remember. Did you ever go on Friday night meeting? And he said, tonight, I need them to hear your story.
Yeah.
And I said, I never told this story before because it was easy talking to a stranger than it was talking to my family member.
Yeah.
So he said, tonight you're going to tell this story.
Yeah.
So I went home and I called Kevin and I called Carl. I said, y'all got to be at church tonight. I said, I can't do this by myself.
Yeah.
I called Kevin, I called Carl, called my brother. I said, so y'all got to be here. So they all showed up.
Yeah.
And that's the recording that you
That's
want.
the, okay.
I got it.
Yeah, okay.
I got it. And I sit there and I bow.
Yeah.
And we sit there, men's meeting. And I had to tell that whole story.
Because the way you told it,
the way, things that happen and fighting the devil and fighting.
Yeah.
Like I said, I fought two people that day. I fought Lewis once and I fought the devil himself.
Yeah.
And I know that. I know that.
Yeah.
They know that.
Yeah.
And that's what was so strange about all of this.
Yeah.
That's what was so strange about it. And that's why Ricky sat at my feet and cried.
Yeah.
Everybody got mad at Ricky for doing this and that. They can have their own thing, but you don't know.
Ricky, like you gotta get the
I mean, everybody got like the preacher said today, sin is in all of us.
Yeah.
So whatever little characteristic and stuff they got, that's fine.
Yeah.
I just know what came out of my mouth and who we went to.
Yeah.
And a lot of people left that church that night crying. I had more people for years after that patting me on the back and telling me how much this helped them, how much they went and got their loved ones out of a situation like that.
That's why I want to make a documentary about it.
It's there. I ain't no big shot. I ain't trying to gain up. I ain't got no book. For years, people try to get me to put a book together, put a film together.
Yeah.
If I knew somebody who loved to write, that could sit there and write all this stuff, I would took the time to do it.
Yeah.
I just haven't done it. Cause maybe that would have helped out. Cause there's so many abuse and so many see this coming.
Yeah.
And Lewis was such a clean, calm person. And look where his whole life met and left up with.
Yeah.
So it's weird. Some things is just weird.
Yeah.
It's just weird. That's what it was. And that's why we was moving to California.
Okay.
I had them.
Shit, Daddy, we went to the wrong part of California. I'd have been more hood than I am now.
Yeah, I probably, and you would have been that little apostrophe up there where it says Hollywood.
Yeah.
And it had an S on the end. You would have been born.
Hollywood.
Very right underneath the apostrophe. Said, welcome to Hollywood. And that's it. I didn't know Hollywood had a sign up there. That's where you would have been famous, all right?
Yeah.
I would have made sure of that.
Yeah, I didn't know we was gonna go to California though. I know that part.
Okay, you gotta understand how messed up I was.
Yeah.
You done been messed up a while. I
Yeah.
was messed up for a while. I was supposed to go into a dark hole and never come out.
Yeah.
That's what this was supposed to do to me.
Yeah.
And he almost had me there.
Yeah.
He almost had me there. But then when I looked over at my other kids,
Yeah.
and then I looked at the job that your mother left me to do.
Yeah.
And she said, take care of my son, take care of my mom.
Yeah.
And I know I couldn't do neither one of them from California.
Right.
I would have been the biggest hoe hop in that California.
Nah, for real, 'cause them women in California. Ooh, good lord.
They would have been the plan for this Texas.
Introduce them to some Southern hospitality.
That TV show Dollars would have never been made.
Already, man.
Type shit. The 80.
But at night. But you just, and I don't wish, you know, if life gotta teach you a lesson, why don't you learn another lesson other than the one that this traveler had to
Yeah.
go through?
Yeah.
'Cause I did not wish this on my worst enemy.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I had 2 opportunities to kill Lewis. 2.
Yeah.
And one, your mother was in the hospital when I decided,
She was in the hospital pregnant with me, or like?
yeah, she was trying to hold you,
Yeah.
keep you
From falling. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I went over there, and because he was playing with Shell's mind, he was keeping her upset.
Yeah.
TV being on one side of the bed, and he on the next fussing and going, and your mother still trying to stand up for her mother.
Yeah.
Getting upset, and that's when I went to tell him, one more argument over my wife and I'm kicking you out the hospital. And see, I had that right to do that.
Right. Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
more rights than he thought, and so his attitude had to change. And I had a gun in my pocket when I went to talk to him because he was cutting the yard. And if he would have said something else I didn't like, I was going to shoot him.
Yeah.
And like I said, go to jail.
Yeah.
You know. And then
When you
one
get to talk to him, what is that conversation about?
Yeah, about him arguing in front of Shell at the hospital on the bed. Because, she was on that bed for 64 days.
What? Yeah.
On her back.
Yeah.
At an angle, 36-degree angle. And that's what I'm on the person.
Right.
And the other time I had a chance to shoot him, we had just came in from the restaurant. People had followed us, trying to rob
Okay.
us. And we got to the house. We all went to bed or was trying to go to bed.
Yeah.
Lewis claimed the alarm in his truck went off.
Okay.
He got up and we could hear the commotion. He grabbed his pistol, I grabbed mine. He went outside. I heard this commotion. I came down the kitchen, came out the same front door, and I looked to my right.
Yeah.
If you picture in the house, I looked to my right where the car was parked. Lewis was out there with his gun pointed like this. I had this side of his face.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Now, I'm on the porch looking at Lewis this way.
Yeah.
Lewis is going this way. If this was the sidewalk, that's where I was.
Yeah.
I got my gun pointed at Lewis's temple.
Coulda,
I
yeah.
thought he had beat up TV.
Yeah.
And she was running down the street.
And he was about to,
Lewis fired one shot out of his gun.
Yeah.
I thought he was shooting at TV.
Yeah.
I was finna shoot him in the temple.
Yeah.
For him shooting at TV.
Yeah.
TV finally came around the corner.
Yeah. Ooh.
I knew your mother was upstairs in bed with me, and then when I came down, your mother came down. I went to the front. Your mother went to TV's room.
Yeah.
Because, they slept in separate rooms. And I thought it was TV running down there because nobody, your mother didn't come back quick enough with TV.
Yeah, yeah.
And when Lewis fired that shot, I was going to fire that shot at him.
Yeah.
He was shooting at a burglar, but I was going to shoot at him for shooting at TV.
Type shit.
I almost went to jail that night.
Yeah.
But I was going to kill him. So that was the 2 times I legally had enough time to kill him. Now
Yeah.
you're gonna prosecute, and then it's gonna.
I missed my turn. That's why.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Why it seem like you and speaking of, we just came from that neck of the woods.
Because I missed the turn.
Oh, okay.
What?
Speaking of, since we just came from that neck of the woods, Daddy, why is it that you and Aunt Katie Earl was the only one seemed like wasn't scared of Lewis? Like, what was
What? I put my pants on just like Lewis did.
Yeah.
Lewis was scared of Katie Earl because Katie Earl had a mouth on herself.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, she
Lonzo.
fast.
yeah. Lonzo.
She right, Lonzo. Yeah.
Yeah, she ran.
Lonzo and see, Lewis called Lonzo handpicked for letting Aunt Katie Earl take care of things. But he
Yeah.
always had a meal.
Yep.
His family was always clean.
Yep.
He was well respected.
Yep.
But Lewis called him a punk because
Lonzo.
Yeah.
My first memory in life is being bathed by Aunt Katie Earl and Mama T Sink. That's my first. My second memory in life is being with you.
you gonna go back 175, right?
Yeah.
That's what you call. We on 19. See, this will take us. This is the way they gonna come tomorrow when they go to Lodi. They gonna come right up this way.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember her washing you in the sink.
That's my first memory in life. My second memory in life that I can remember is with you. And we was at an Outback thing with some army fatigues on. That was right after that.
We wore that. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Army fatigues. Yeah.
Yeah.
When we rented out Six Flags.
Yeah.
Rented out Six Flags.
Yeah.
That was Six Flags Day. Outback
Yeah.
Day. Everybody there was from Outback.
Yeah.
We rented the whole park that day.
Man.
That was a lot of money. Ain't no telling what that cost. Probably Jerry paid for some of that because we buried 3 cowboys at Outback.
Yeah. For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Buried $3 cowboys.
I didn't know that. I remember Emmett Smith and them used to be at the at church.
At Outback because Emmett Smith,
Roy Williams too.
Roy.
Yeah.
We
The
had-
collarbone thing.
Yeah,
Got the collar.
we had 175. That's right. We one of the cowboys had a died in his sleep. He had an aneurysm to bust in his head,
Yeah. Ooh.
and he was a lineman. And he died. He was a member of our box, so we had this big to do. I tell people, I done met Jerry. I done dealt with Jerry several times. A couple of times when I worked out in Richardson and Nortel.
Yeah.
Cause I met the new Jerry and the old Jerry there. Jerry, the old Jerry, then Jerry with the facelift. And I hit him at Ibach twice when we buried 2 of the Dallas Cowboys there.
Okay.
And I told him, I said, Jerry, I've been knowing you, blah, 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 blah.